Oh, man. Hey, how you doing? My name's Michael. Today we're going to take a look at a video titled The Most Brutal Sport in the World, Rugby's Hardest Hits, Biggest Tackles, and Crazy Skills, from a YouTube channel called Die Hard Rugby. Now, rugby is a sport I've always known existed, but I've never really seen it. You know, in the US, you know, everyone knows the name rugby. They know it's a sport played in other places, but as far as actually how it's played or what it looks like being played, I think most people in the U.S. who are sports fans kind of think their whole picture is like kind of the scrum, just that's all they think of because that's all that's ever shown. I think like the news would show every now and then a big game for 15 seconds, and they always showed that because I think it was an unusual kind of visual, but we don't really know what the game is actually played like in real time, like what actually happens. So I'm learning. I know there's league and there's union, and that's a start. And now I'm going to take a look at rugby's hardest hits, biggest tackles, and what did it say? Crazy skills. So let's see what this is all about. And if you like the video, it would be cool if you subscribed. I mean, I would appreciate it. Like, comment, that would be great. So let's take a look.
Knows he's got a long ball here. Hits in. Out in front. Hala takes it to the line. McGlory.
Man.
Chuchuka over the halfway line now, Emmanuel Chuchuka.
Oh man. In American football, you know, the stiff arm, that's like a stiff forearm to the neck. Jeez. What? Okay, that's amazing. Anyone out there who might know, comment. That guy came off, well, he was on the field being attended to by a doctor and medic, obviously. And this guy in the blue broke through, and this guy got up from his injury and took him down. Now, is that legal? I mean, in like football, basketball here, there'd be an injury, timeout, play would stop. But it looked like play went on there, and he was still on the field, and he just got up. Can he do that? Because that's pretty interesting. This guy in the blue, I think, he thought he had a pretty open field. But I wonder if that's legal or not. Please tell me. Oh, man. You're not going to see that. Is there a benefit, any advantage by taking him out of bounds rather than just tackling him, I wonder? Because he sure took him out of bounds.
Change of direction, looking for Hachiba Diamani. After gets an outrageous pass.
Behind the back, a little razzle-dazzle. Oh, man. You know, I can see the contact, he flipped him, he got flipped. I can see that. These guys are kind of accustomed to that sort of contact, I'm sure. But man, when you kick and you have your leg out like that, it seems like you're so vulnerable. Seems like a knee injury just waiting to happen.
Nicely done. Oh, he's dropped it.
He hasn't. He dropped it.
Oh, that's cool.
It's the most amazing finish.
Say it, yeah. That's beautiful. Wow, well done. Oh man, he actually flew a few yards like a cartoon. Now, is that legal? That was up on the head, it looked like? That was shoulder to the head, I don't know.
Opportunity presented itself. and he caught the ball. And Andre Pretorius grabbed him and turned him around to our side. So I had a bit of like a 5-meter run up. And I gave him a swinging arm. But I hit him on his nose. But poor Andre Pretorius was peeping around.
He said, his first thing he said is, the opportunity presented itself. That's a cold way to say it. That's amazing. He came flying in.
On the corner here, and I knocked him out stone cold.
Fractured, and now Australia have to scramble across the line. They're missing right up there.
Wow, that guy closed that gap quick. He came out of nowhere. He wasn't even on the screen.
Quick sets and Scott time. Shot box for Kennedy. A conversion. This time, goal from Scotland. Good work from Duhan van der Merwe. This is it. Scotland.
That's interesting because my eye is so used to seeing like American football. When this guy broke through, like it looked like a kind of a first line of defense, 3 or 4 guys. In my mind, he was gone because there's no one left in an NFL game. Maybe the safety, but this guy broke through, and there were like 3 people still back waiting for him. So in that sense, he still scored somehow. He still scored, but a lot more players to deal with in rugby, I think. Or there's just a different setup defensively. Right there, he's gone. But he's not. He's got that guy, that guy, that guy. Still scores. Wow.
Gonzalez. He's got muscles, he's got pace. He's like a cannonball. He can't be stopped.
Wow.
Away.
Man, these guys are fast and strong. And, if this was an American football game, the announcer would say, he would say, this guy, he's shedding tacklers. Shedding tacklers. I wonder if that's a phrase used in rugby. Man, he is shedding tacklers.
They've got to start taking a little bit more width on the ball.
Excellent hoist onto a ball.
Man. I don't know if that was head-to-head. It looked like it was like not on purpose, but it ended up being head-to-head. This kind of thing is incredible. I mean, you got to the guys looking at the ball coming down. He's got to focus on the ball. He's got to keep his eyes on the ball, knowing there's a guy just as athletic as him running full speed that's going to crush him when he catches the ball. And the guy running knows, I'm just going to run as hard as I could and run into this guy. It's like you almost have to overcome your, I think you do have to overcome your natural instincts as a human to just try to survive for one more day, because this is just not normal to be able to do that. And look, they both ended up maybe unconscious for a moment or two. They both knew at the time they were running. At the time they were running, and the other guy was catching. They both knew this is probably not going to end well, and yet they still did it. That's impressive.
Maylins and Skelton. Here goes the boulder. Oh, and Stevenson has just been elbowed out of the way.
Yeah, that's a mismatch in size.
Ball to Randra. Oh, nice quick hands from Patchell. Oh, it's in Colsey.
Did he get it in? Oh man, that's a nice play. The whole sport is kind of overcoming the human tendency to just avoid avoid violence as much as possible, because they just have to invite violence.
Actually, the lines and arts, they look a little bit disorganized. They're just delighted when they do catch the ball, as opposed to, you know, there's a big bash up.
Wow. The guy went from 60 to 0. These guys are all strong and fast and quick. Oh man. That's funny. That a guy, like a blonde guy, near the line, got run over, and I thought, oh, that guy's going to be knocked out. But he like immediately popped up. He was fine. It's a different breed of cat, these guys.
Again. Bowden Barrett waits back.
Uh-oh.
Oh!
There's just so much time to see. You know, you only see the red guy getting dragged around, but you don't see what happened before that. You know, because the red guy's like, what did I do? But, you know, you don't see what he did to, or what he possibly did to, to cause him to be mauled by the other team. You never catch the first act. What happened there? Did you see it? The guy dove over, and there was a guy in blue with his leg kind of straight out. You know, like the contact is like, you know, it's fine. But when I see that, because it looked like the guy's leg was just so going to get broken or dislocated, or I hope the guy's okay, because that didn't look good.
Underway at Seabus Super Stadium. And right into the hands of Pablo Matera, who's folded by
you know, no helmets. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Puts it on the toe. Up to Elliott. Oh, beats the first and has no one in front of him. Manasa Mata Elliott.
Oh man.
Into a huge tackle.
You know, I'm no rugby expert. In fact, I've never played the game. But I'm just thinking, in this kind of situation, you got to go low, right? You got to go for the legs, because otherwise you might just get bowled over, just run over. That guy was at top speed, and this guy took him down. And I think that's a textbook tackle, to go low in that kind of situation. I don't know. But you get the legs, what can you do? And it was a mismatch in size. They were both pretty big, but the guy running with the ball was big. Momentum stopped quickly. Anyway, there you go, man. That was that's something. I'll tell you one thing. I want to tell you something that I think I mentioned in my earlier rugby video that I did with just hits, about the no helmets, no pads. I've always been I've always thought the reason was because years and years ago, I either read or heard someone say, well, rugby doesn't require helmets or pads because there are no one-on-one, like this kind of contact. There's not that. The game is played in a way that everybody's kind of moving in the same direction, so all the impacts are kind of just glancing blows. And at the time I thought, oh, okay, that makes sense, yeah. But man, that's not true. That is definitely not true. This game there's tons of impact that's, from both directions. So the fact that they don't wear helmets, that's a big deal. I think all they wear is mouth guards, which is remarkable. Man, it's a vicious game, but it's a skill-filled game also. It's got a bit of everything, and that's why the guys are. There are no there aren't any guys that are not able to do a little bit of everything: run, catch, the strength stuff. They're just athletes like every one of them. Anyway, that was cool to watch. I got to watch more of that. If you liked the video, it'd be great. It'd be appreciated if you could subscribe, if you could comment, answer any of the questions I may have asked during the time. I would appreciate it. And I'll talk to you later. Thanks.